Ruby, Tackin, and Jibbin. Well, I worrying about what Flossie say when I come back home. Once I done been out and had my fun, declared Ruby, as she squeezed into her dress. She was addressing her cousin Martha, who had come to spend the night with her and her sisters Flossie and Tressa. Ruby had left her husband Daniel, but she still had rules to abide by, seeing that she was now living with Flossie, who was head of the house, and her older sister. So while Flossie and Tressa were at Women's Guild, she thought that this was her chance to go out and have a good time. She wanted company, and she figured that the most likely person to have fun with was her cousin Martha. So they laid their plans and was now in the process of hatching them. "Ada coming too?" asked Martha. "Yeah, but she's so scared I know if she gonna have fun. Now go get Flossie new shoes, 'cause you needed to go with that dress." "You mean the ones with the beads and the high heels?" asked Martha, looking at her askance. "They ain't too high," protested Ruby. "They ain't high as mine." "You different from me," retorted Martha. "That's why I just get what I want," was Ruby's comeback. "And hurry up, we have to go meet Ada." At this time, the roads in Fox Hill were unpaved until it joined the Eastern Road, and added to that, there were no street lights. Considering all these difficulties, Martha wanted to know how they were going to get down to the Royal Victoria Hotel. "We could walk, if we have to," shot out Ruby. "When we have to go to town in the day, if ain't nobody with carriage or horse and dray going that way, and that's what we just do." "Walk in these high-heeled shoes?" squeaked Martha, tipping and tottering. "Martha, you grumbling too much. The dirt road only as far as Creek Corner, and by that time you go done forget about it." By now they were passing Mr. Jarrett's place, and they saw him in the backyard going to stable his horse for the night. "I know he gonna tell Flossie he see us. Walk up so we could hurry up past before he asks where we going," murmured Ruby. "Good evening, Mr. Jarrett," they chorused as they swiftly stepped past. "Good evening, children. Going out, eh?" "Yes, sir. Going over in the creek to show our cousins our dresses what we make," lied Ruby. "They pretty too. You need some smart girls." "Thank you, sir," said Martha meekly. Then, "Look at Mr. Solomon Finnison going home in his horse and carriage. You think we should ask him to carry us?" ventured Martha, when they were safely past Mr. Jarrett. "No, he might be just like Treva Ash," answered Ruby sharply. "Ain't only woman just talk, you know. Let's just take our time and walk." "Well, I gotta take these shoes off then," stated Martha firmly. "Let's take 'em off now and put 'em back on when we reach, 'cause our gown's so long nobody can see our foot no way." As they topped St. Anne's Hill, they heard voices coming from Herbert Hall's tin shop, which was on the top of the rock on their left. "That's Aunt Lydie Morrison, Aunt Julia Carr, and Ena Carr, going to evening song," whispered Ruby. "No, today is Tuesday. Wednesday just be evening song," corrected Martha. "Guild or evening song. Let's just keep going. If they ask us where we going, we just can't lie again," declared Ruby, and slipping past, they went over the hill with alacrity, not daring to exhale comfortably until they got to Creek Corner. "Let's sit here on the graveyard wall and put on these shoes quick, before anyone else come," said Martha breathlessly. "I didn't want to take 'em off in the first place," said Ruby dryly, as she watched Martha and the shoes. "It'd work out for the best anyway, 'cause this part of the road is tar road," said Martha. "That's 'cause white people live out this way," stated Ruby. "You think they can ever put tar road over in Fox Hill?" asked Martha. "Huh! Only when rich white people move over that way," Ruby flung back as she rose up off the wall, trying to sneak past Martha Doe's yard. There they saw Jerry walking to the house from the stable. They tacked across the road and into the graveyard, Ruby slipping behind the big dilly tree near the wall at the bottom of the graveyard hill. "That's Papa, putting up the horse and carriage," whispered Martha. "I wish he could hurry up." "He look like he finished now, but we better stay here till he go in the house," answered Ruby. "Oh, he gone inside. Come on, let's go." "Let's sit here and catch ourselves a little while. I don't think Papa coming back outside right now," sighed Martha, flopping down on the wall. "May as well," said Ruby, flopping down beside her. So they sat on the wall for a few minutes, while keeping an eye out for Jerry as they took out their compacts and checked to make sure their faces were powdered properly. A short while later, they headed up to Ada's house. According to Ruby, Ada was supposed to meet them on the edge of the bushes near her gate. As they neared the yard, there she was, still in her yard clothes and shaking her head vigorously in order to let them know she couldn't go. "We gone through all of that, Tackin and Jibbin, to come for her, and she ain't even going," grumbled Ruby as they went down the hill. "We could have been halfway to town by now. When I see her, I gonna tell her about herself."